Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylee and I'm a creative artist living in the UK. I thought I would make a relaxing video where you can watch and you can maybe paint along with me while I talk about my intentions, my focus for 2025 and starting again. So, let me set the scene. A few years ago I tried to start an art/content creation business. I had big dreams and a lot of ideas, but to be honest, not much of a plan. I was fueled by excitement and passion. It was great. I felt great, but as it sometimes happens, I was plagued by self-doubt under the pressure of making money alongside a busy home life. I had a bad case of art block I just couldn't get away from, and so I told myself, maybe this isn't right for me right now. I gave myself a long break and I focused on only making art for myself when I had time. But to be honest, there was a period of about a year in that space that art really wasn't something I thought about much. I even thought about getting rid of my art supplies because I didn't have time. But you know what? During that break, I did a lot of healing and I realised something. That maybe that wasn't the real reason I stopped. I think the truth is, I just didn't take myself seriously. I treated my art as a side hobby, something that I hoped would work out, but I didn't fully commit to the process. I was afraid of failing and ironically afraid of succeeding as well. After this realisation, I started art again, but this time slower, keeping sketchbooks and looking through old ones. This was a really nice pace for me. Fast forward to now, I've had a few changes happen in my life recently and I tried a career that brought with it a lot of stress, which showed me where my passions really are and how I wasn't feeling that joy anymore. Something shifted. I think it was a combination of seeing other artists thriving, realising how much I missed creating, and that tiny nagging voice inside me saying, what if you gave it one more shot, but this time with intention? And that's where I am right now. I'm starting again, but with a whole new mindset. Instead of seeing this as a do-over, I'm seeing this as a do-better, and honestly it feels empowering. I have goals in mind and I think they're achievable if I keep pushing. I know that this voice won't go away. I know it's something that I'm really passionate about and I really want to have a goal. So now let's talk about what it really means to take yourself seriously as an artist. For me, it starts with mindset. I'm shifting from, I hope this works, to, I will make this work. It means treating my art like the business it is, setting goals, planning strategies, and yeah, even embracing the unsexy parts like bookkeeping and marketing. I've chosen to think of the parts that scare me as a game, just taking one at a time. But it's also about believing in my worth. It's about showing up for myself every day, even when it's hard, and not waiting for someone else to validate my talent or my vision. I'm excited to see where this journey takes me, and I want to share it with you all. Every success, the stumbles, the lessons learned. But starting again isn't something to be ashamed of. It's a sign of resilience. And if you're thinking about starting over, let this be your sign. You don't have to wait for permission for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is the one you decide to begin. I've been thinking about opportunities, and when you open yourself up to opportunities, you create space for growth and transformation in ways you might have never imagined. By letting go of that fear and that doubt, or those really rigid expectations, you allow life to surprise you with possibilities that align with your goals and your passions. Opportunities often come disguised as challenges, new connections, or unexpected detours. I would say that my experience right now is an unexpected detour. I thought I knew where it was going, but I just lost the joy along the way. So now I'm open to opportunities. I know what I want. I've got an idea of how I can get there, but I need to put together a plan. So that's what I've been working on now, is putting together a plan, thinking about the types of social media that I want to be on. I think I've decided on Instagram and YouTube. I think using Instagram as an extra way of sharing my work rather than a portfolio works better for me. I think when you have the expectation and the pressure of making it cohesive and making it look the same with colour schemes, it doesn't really work as well for me personally. I don't know if it's just my artistic style or if it's the fact that I have ADHD. I haven't really figured out my niche. I don't have one specific thing that I love to do. I love to dance between watercolours, I love oil pastels, I love acrylic paints, but the way that I use them and the kind of images and inspirations that I take from each of those are all different, and I think that that's okay. Man, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. Voiceovers are hard. I wrote sort of bullet points of what I wanted to talk about during this video. I was like, yeah, that'll definitely take a half an hour. It really has not. It has gone so quick. I think I'll take a little break now and I'll just let you enjoy the painting process, and I will check back in very soon. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to also say that in preparation for starting again, I completely changed my setup, my studio setup. I've got a bedroom studio, so everything is, there's limited space in there. but I have created this is the best setup I've ever had. We had sort of a cupboard that went into the wall, like a built-in cupboard, and we've taken the doors off. We are using that. It's a very shallow cupboard. I can't go in the cupboard, but my desk is in there and I'm sort of sitting on the outside. We've got 2 more desks just hanging about. We've got display shelves. It's so nice. It just feels so lovely and it's really inspiring me to make stuff. I just want to be here all the time, and I think that's really important. So I would also suggest that to anyone that's starting again. Just a little refresh. Change the colour, like paint the wall. If you can't move your desk, just add things to it, or maybe have your computer on the other side, that kind of thing. It really makes a difference, and it really made me feel really excited about coming to my desk and getting things done and organising it. I've still got lots to do, and there is going to be a little video where I'll have maybe some of those clips in there. I still have a big pile of things that just don't have a home yet, and I'm sort of in that exciting process of sort of finding little homes for things and adding little knickknacks and things like that. That's the exciting part for me. I have decided that I'm going to create a new logo. I'm going to sort of rebrand. I'm still using the same name. I'm still going to be Kaylee Helen Art / Kaylee Helen Art Studios. I haven't decided on the studios part yet. But yeah, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep the name, change the logo. I'm going to create new branding pieces. So things like the thank you cards, business cards, the back-in cards for stickers, and all of the things that I will be creating and putting in my Etsy shop for now. I'm going to buy a domain. I'm going to make a website. I have a list already of new items that I want to make. I've started making some of them, but I need to sort of build up a little pile of them and then start adding them to Etsy. And then when my shop is up and running and it looking all cute, I will add it to there. I want to revamp my Etsy though. I think that it's worked really well for me over the past few years of selling on there. I just need to give it a little revamp. I need to take off some of the older things that I don't really want to make anymore, or the things that are maybe not the vibe I'm going for anymore. So I'm going to do that today, and that's all I've got on my list so far. But some of the items that I want to make, let me tell you. I want to make some bookmarks. I've really gotten into reading recently, and it's just inspired me. I made my own bookmark and I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make some more. Even if no one wants them, I'm going to make them. I also want to make some greetings cards, sticker sheets, stickers. I think that's all I've got so far. I'm thinking starting small with the things that I know that I've already been able to make. Building up from there. I think that's a good start. Oh, I also have some sketchbooks / notebooks on the go as well. Just paper back ones that I make myself. I think eventually it would be cool to make more, but at the moment that's all I've got. I think I'm going to speed up the video a little bit just here and have some nice music on the background so you can enjoy it. I had a really good time using watercolours for the first time in a long time. So if you're in the same boat and you're starting again, I would love to connect. I really want to build a community, and I want to meet people that are in similar positions or people who've done it. I would absolutely love if you had any advice or if you had any tips. You could comment them below and I'll see you there. But if you're in the same boat, here's a few things that I'm just sort of thinking about. I have them written down and I have them on my desk and I read them quite often, and it might be something that's useful to you. So here we go. Number 1, progress over perfection. Your first draft, first post or first sale might not be perfect, and that's okay. So I've already made sales, but I'm thinking of this in terms of right now, this fresh start, this starting again situation, that everything is new, everything is brand new. Even if I'm recreating old art or anything like that, I'm starting this mindset, this year, this workspace brand new. So everything is a first, and the progress over the perfection is what's definitely the most important. Okay, so number 2, consistency is everything. So I have written next to there, show up even when it feels like no one is watching. And I think that is the biggest hurdle. I think sometimes it's hard to create content when you're like, well, who's going to watch this? But my mentality at the moment is, if people watch this, this is so cool. Like, this is like, I'm going to be so excited. But also, if I stay consistent, then I'm staying true to my vision and I'm staying true to what I want and my goals, and that's everything. And I think that that could encourage you as well mentally in your situation. Number 3, I have invest in yourself, and I'm not talking about paying myself and like monetary value. I'm talking about whether it's time or energy. My art deserves my commitment, and so investing in myself, I'm thinking my time, I'm thinking energy, I'm thinking my joy, my passion. Invest in all of that in myself and my creative vision, what I want to make and what I want to do with it and how I put it out to the world. And that to me is a good investment. Anything that brings me joy. And the last one that I have written down is number 4. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. Community is fuel for your creativity. And I think that is so true. I am very fortunate that I have a very supportive partner, and my children are so supportive of me in my art. My dad, I'm quite fortunate in that sense. I don't have many other people that I like share that side of me with yet, but that's something that I'm building on, and that's something I'm going to stay consistent with, and I'm going to surround myself with the people that believe in me. And if there's anyone that doesn't, then I'm going to pay them no mind. I mean, that's easier said than done, I know, but I have that written down to remind myself that the people that believe in you are the ones you want to have around you as like a little protective shield, you know. And that's all I really have to say. I know I've talked a lot, and thank you so much if you've gotten to the end. I'd love to know if you have any tips or advice, or if you'd like to share anything about your experiences, if you've done the same, and I will see you in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. I'd love if you would stick around and follow me on my journey. I'm not sure how often I'll be posting videos yet, but if you see one, please pop along, please join in. And until next time, keep creating, keep being yourself and believing in yourself, and remember, you've got this too. Bye!